Baby, I'm so excited. We're sitting here. It's 93 degrees, and we're sitting poolside right now.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to be talking about an amazing campground down here in Louisiana, and so we're going to tell you all the reasons why you want to come down here. Is that right?
That is right, because we're at Camp Margaritaville in Breaux.
And this is a special Margaritaville, so we're going to want to tell you all about it. So stick around and listen to the show.
Because here we go.
This is RV Destinations Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the RV Destinations Podcast. We're joining you here from Breaux, Louisiana. I keep wanting to say Florida because we're in Florida so much.
But it's just fun to say Breaux.
Breaux. Yeah, we're really excited. We've got one of the managers here from the resort, Margaritaville Resort, here with us, and we actually asked them to come on the show.
Yeah.
This is not a paid sponsorship or anything like that. We were just so impressed by the resort. We wanted to, get it out to all our listeners and the people watch us on YouTube. But we want to, again, thank everybody that's listening to us on the audio podcast platform, or if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. Here's our smiley face. You might see the pool behind us. And
a couple beads of sweat glistening. Yeah.
Well, why don't you introduce our guests so we can have her joining in on the fun and get going on all
Absolutely. So with us, we have Ashtin, and I wrote it out, Nguyen.
Yes, ma'am.
Woohoo!
Ashtin Nguyen.
I said it right. Yay. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day outside. It's a little warm, but
it's a little warm, but
it's beautiful.
I will take this because I feel like we have just been in so much lousy weather recently, and it's been chillier than it should be in a lot of places we've been, including Florida and Arizona. And so I'm baking, I'm sweating, and I love it.
It's summer. We're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's time for a piece of paradise.
It is, which is where we're sitting. We're literally sitting in a chunk of paradise in the middle of Breaux, Louisiana, which is, so we're near Lafayette.
Yes, ma'am.
And
we're east of Lafayette, so we're real. This is a really cool special. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about this and talk a lot about this area, we're going to follow up with a couple other podcasts about plantations in the area, and then also about the Tabasco tour, which we did yesterday, which was amazing.
That was so fun.
So, but today we're talking about Margaritaville, but I want to talk about the area here. You know, when people think of Louisiana, most RVers, they think of New Orleans, and that's all they think about. It. But there's so much more to Louisiana than just... and I know you'd probably agree with me than
absolutely.
just New Orleans. I'm guessing that you probably don't go to New Orleans a lot, do you?
I don't, actually. It's one of the least visited spots that I get to go and see. It's beautiful, and they have amazing things there, but Louisiana is so full of culture, especially in northern Louisiana still has as much culture as south. Being able to enjoy all of our food, the quality, the history that we have. I mean, we have a lot of older universities throughout our entire state and campuses that are so beautiful and full of life, and still carry around that, Southern hospitality.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I've noticed, that we've noticed everywhere we go. Everybody is so nice.
Yes.
Like, amazingly, I feel like out of their way, but it's not, because it's just normal, nice. Like,
exactly. It's embedded in every single one of us. Courtesy goes, from you to me, the golden rule, treat people the way that you want to be treated. I think that's just embedded in every single person that is from Louisiana,
And so, it's great. We've heard so much sir, so much ma'am, so many doors being held open for us. I'm like, I looked at Randy, I was like, okay, I think we might need to move to Louisiana.
Yeah, no, there's definitely the Southern hospitality going on here without a doubt. And, I don't want to sound like I'm knocking on New Orleans, but New Orleans is kind of a touristy version of the real thing that we're getting here.
Right. That's how I feel.
I feel like this is real Southern Louisiana. It's Southern hospitality, Southern culture. You've got a clash of the Cajun, the Creole, all coming together right here in the...
And Acadians.
Well, Cajun's Acadian. We learned yesterday that was the same thing. We're what, 20 minutes from Lafayette from here, from the resort?
Exactly, about 20 minutes away, and then we're located 45 minutes away from our state capital, which is in Baton Rouge. So right in the the sweet zone if you want to visit both. And it's just a quick little journey to be able to get to both of those areas.
Yeah, and there's about 4 or 5 plantations in a general close area, but then you extend to like an hour drive from here, and you can hit up probably 20, 30 plantations.
Yeah, there's so many plantations. I had no idea that there were so many that are either independently owned and operated or state ran. So that's been fun, exploring like both state ran and privately owned plantations that are in the area. The food, oh my goodness. We have ate our way through Southern Louisiana. So I discovered cracklins the other day. I did not know about cracklins. I feel like I have missed out on a huge chunk of my life having never experienced cracklins until this week. So cracklins, for those that are like, what the heck is a cracklin? So it's like a pork rind, but on steroids, because it includes the meat, the fat, and the skin, like a pork belly, and it's deep fried, but in its own oil. So it's not like deep fried in oil, it's deep fried in lard. And then you can get them seasoned or salted. And they're these delicious, crispy nuggets of wonderfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they actually ventured off, like locally, we have them made out of chicken, and it's not traditionally made out of chicken. But in case you're somebody that does not, consume pork, you can still enjoy it in a different facet. And it's really great.
I had chicken cracklins too. So because everybody's so nice, we stopped at, I think it was Bobby's. And how do you say boudin? Is it boudin?
You got it. It's boudin. You
really?
got it right.
Yay!
Yeah,
So
we've
I
said
was-
about 4 different ways and didn't know which one was correct.
You got it.
Boudin, Bordeaux.
So I read it's like saying Buddha because you don't really pronounce the N at the end. So I was like, Buddha. Something like that.
Well, we're going to talk a lot about the culture and the food in the next podcast. But this one here, we want to focus on Margaritaville because we've had such a blast. We've been here 2 weeks. We've stayed here. Tomorrow will be actually 2 weeks since we arrived, and we've just had a blast. We've stayed at a lot of Margaritavilles, some for the magazine, some for the podcast, some for just us
fun.
having fun. And we love the vibe here. I love the vibe here. The vibe is completely different here than it is like in Pigeon Forge or down in Florida. And I'm not saying their vibe's bad. I'm saying this is just a completely different vibe. So right off the freeway, what are we, 2 miles from the freeway maybe?
Yeah, barely making it. Not even a full 2. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so right off of I-10, and at minimum you could come here and stay a few nights if you're going west or east on I-10. It's right here. It's in between. We're about 40 miles from Baton Rouge.
Yes, sir.
And about 20 minutes, as we said, from Lafayette. So depending on which direction you're coming from. But maybe start off telling us a little bit about the history of the resort. I know this hasn't always been a Margaritaville. You recently went through a transition making it a Margaritaville. So maybe tell us a little bit on that, touch on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we first started off as Cajun Palms RV Resort. That was started in 2008. We transitioned off to a mom and pop, rather to a home office, which is a corporation we're owned by Northgate Resorts in 2021.
Okay.
And then in 2023 is whenever we converted and franchised to a Margaritaville away from Cajun Palms. Okay. Still keeping our Southern hospitality and just really living in the paradise and enjoying our stay here. So we're really loving our brand.
Now, I'm guessing you had to gut this whole place that we're sitting in to turn it into a Margaritaville. Is that right? The pool, all that?
So the pools are actually new. So they're not new yet, but we will be upgrading them coming in the winter season, which is really exciting. The only really brand new structure we have as of right now is our play structure, but we will be having a brand new pool, which is going to be really exciting. So the original pool will be ripped out and it'll be one beautiful new one and a new hot tub. Yes, sir.
Nice. And I mean, I think it's probably hard for some of you folks to see it on the cameras, but there's a pool here where they have water volleyball set up. And they have a pool behind us with like a 0 entry for the kids. And then the hot tub's back in this corner. There's a swim up bar over here. But if you don't have the kids or you just need a break from the kids, over on the other side of the resort is an adults only section, again, with another bar that you can walk to or swim up to. I mean, the options are endless. And then there's cabanas that you can rent out here. I'm assuming they're rented?
Yes. So we have cabanas. There's also 21 and only cabanas inside the adult pool. So you could have your own privacy if you didn't want to bring any kiddos. And then we have our specific ones that are close to our Jolly Mon play structure. And they're in the mouth of the play if you want to be in there, or you could be to the side a little bit away. But yeah, it's absolutely a good time for family friendly, or if you wanted to have an escape away.
Yeah, it's perfect. And this, oh man, I wish y'all could see this massive water feature over here for the kids. And this is where the kids gravitate because there are 2 twirly slides. There's this massive water tower that I don't know how often, but all of a sudden you hear the toot and all this water goes flying out. You hear all this kids just screaming and laughing in joy because it's just so fun.
We do have a lot of B-roll that I've taken here.
Okay,
that if you're on
so
YouTube, you'll be able to see some
now.
of this stuff. We'll get that all posted for you. So if you're listening to the audio podcast, again, jump over to the YouTube and watch some of the things that we're talking about
Yeah,
here.
so prep your kids that there is a point in time that the pool does close. They will have to leave. So because I have a feeling parents cannot drag their kids away from that.
And that's something that I see is very consistent with the Margarita product, meaning that this is a great spot for kids. This is a great spot. You can come as an adult, have a few drinks at the swim up bar here while the kids swim in the pool. You can sit and watch them. And so it's fun for the adult and the kids. And I think that's the secret sauce that Margaritaville has, right?
They really do, because they cater to both sides. They really do. So they cater to the families. Randy and I don't have any kids. All our kids are adult children. And but so they cater to the families that can come here and have an amazing time with their kids and everything else. And then what was that for?
Stop moving your hand so much because you're crossing in my camera.
Oh,
every
I
time you do
forgot
this,
that it was there.
You're like cutting me off.
Okay, sorry about that. It's
all right,
okay.
Bo, you can cut all this out.
Really? Or you could leave it in and we could have fun with it. Bo, you decide. So anyway, or you can be an adult. I'll talk with his hand instead. You can be an adult and go to the adult side and still have an amazing experience.
Exactly.
Even with the families and the kids here.
Yeah, and it's really good for like larger groups that want to have their grandparents and then still enjoy their adult children with their children. Because, you could be a grandparent and you can escape away, or you can come and rejoin your family if you want to. So you can have some privacy, or you could trade in and out. So those parents could actually have a little bit of relief from their kids. It's a really great place just to go in there and have your escape, really, genuinely.
Well, hey, if you don't have kids too, no worries. There is a 21 and older section of the pool. That's where we've spent our week because Caly doesn't like kids.
I do like kids.
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Wow.
I'm just a joke. But yeah, when we're relaxing, it's fun to get over there in the 21. And there's a beautiful swim up bar that you have bartender working there. And then you also have a standalone bar. What's that called? 5 o'clock somewhere?
That's the 5 o'clock somewhere's bar and grill. Yes, sir.
And the staff is just all crazy. I want to give a shout out to Miriam, who we just fell in love with. Miriam.
She's so sweet.
And then there was one other bartender, and I don't remember her name, but the staff has just been out of this world.
Yes.
Everybody we've run into. So kudos to you guys. Kudos to the great hiring. And again, that Southern hospitality. Thank you, ma'am. Opening doors and all that stuff.
Thank you.
It's awesome. So tell us, because, now that people are like, okay, this sounds really fun. So obviously it's an RV park. So you've got the RV side, but you also offer other ways to stay here, which I think are really helpful for families that maybe aren't RVers.
Yes. So we actually have 91 cabins on our property. Nice. We have some as large as 12 people that could sleep in, some as small as 4. But we have our Jimmy Buffett suite. That's one of our pride and joys that we get to experience. It's full service inside there. It's a view for the pool. And then we also have smaller amenities where you can go and enjoy if you want to be close to the pond area, or if you want to be escape away into the back of our resort as well.
Mm-hmm. And we got to see some of these. So we got to go inside of the Jimmy Buffett suite, which is drop dead gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's incredible. It's huge. It's got
sleeps 16 or something like 12?
12. Yes, sir.
Okay.
12 very comfortably. Like there's so much space.
And it's right attached to the pool, so you can walk
right
out.
Over there.
Now this would be something maybe you would go into, you have the whole family and the extended family and everybody kind of come in. And but that was cool. But then you also have small 2-bedroom. Actually, the one had 2 beds and bunk beds,
2
right
twin
by.
beds and then a bunk bed.
Yes, that's our Bayou Cottages.
Okay.
Those are right on our pond. So it's a studio style with 2 queen beds and a bunk bed, full kitchen, full bath, and it has a nice big patio in the back, so you can enjoy your friends and families in the back there.
Yeah,
nice.
And then we've got cabins in the back where we are. That's phase 3. I'm going to call it phase 3 because I don't know if there's any other term for it. But and those are all new cabins. How many do those sleep? 8? I think you said.
Yeah, so you could have up to 8 inside those new lofts that we have. So it's 2 twin beds at the very top of the loft, a bunk set inside the hallway, a queen bed in the back, and there's a pull-out sofa inside that living room. So yeah, and those all back there are actually pet-friendly, so you could enjoy our Margaritaville that's back there. Yes, sir.
Oh, and our dogs love the Margaritaville. So, okay, RVers, you go to an RV park and they're like, we've got a dog park, and it's like a 6x6 little sad square.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like an acre. I mean,
we have a field for you guys to run in.
It is a field, a fenced in, and it's 2 sides. And
along with agility things.
Yeah, agility things. Our dogs were going over and through. I mean, this is like It's not even a dog park. It's like a dog, like you said, a dog field. It's incredible. It's amazing.
It's a true dog run is what I think they refer
Yeah.
to it as. But yeah, it's I don't know if I want to say unfortunately because we've took advantage of this, but it's back behind things. And so a lot of people aren't using that. And so
Right.
that benefits us because we got one dog that's not so friendly with others. And so we've been able to take her back there and run her, and she has a lot of fun. But we also have one that loves to play with other dogs. And
Yeah.
so, but yeah, that's, you got two dog runs that
Yes.
are both the same exact size too.
Yes, so they're split in between. So if you would have a dog that would need to have a separate area from others, you can go and let them run free and have their little space. Where the other one, you could have a shared space with others. Yeah.
So it was great. And then right outside is your dog wash, which is
Yes.
fantastic. I'm taking our dog Charlie over there today. I've said
Please
it. I'm
do.
like,
It's an amenity for
Yeah.
y'all. It's complimentary. Please use it as much as you can. I mean, heck, you don't want to have to go travel to your next place and
Right.
your pup's not smelling too great with you. They have to
Right.
sit inside the RV with you.
exactly. She is getting a little stinky too.
Can we take the RV through that?
Right. I know. Can we fit that through there? So then tell us some about the RV sites, because you've got a feature here, covered RV sites that
Yes.
we've never seen before.
Yeah, so those are our covered red carpets. They are beautiful. So your whole awning would be underneath there. So your whole rig gets covered up. Those are really popular in our summer months to help keep your RVs cool. And then actually they're really popular for whenever we do our Halloween weekends, because people like to set up a full shop there for everybody to come and trick or treat and go under
Yeah.
there.
Really,
And
really
it's
cool.
Yeah.
And what's so great about them is they're fully concrete, but if you have a dog, right behind it is all the grass.
Yep.
And so I saw some folks like down on the section by us where they would set up their little dog fences back in that grass section. So you still have all the nice concrete. You're not tracking anything inside your RV, but then you've got grass for the dogs too.
Exactly. It gives them a good little shade for them to hang out and enjoy their
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Yep.
Really, really nice.
And we've got over 400 sites here on premise with all three phases of the park, and they're big sites too. How long are the sites?
Yeah, so the smallest site is 40 feet, and then we go up from there. So all of our sites are 30, 50 amp full hookup sites. Every single one is concrete pads. Everything is pretty much going to be the length of a normal RV, and then we have some that extend even further for somebody that couldn't unhook and they do like a one night.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just pull in and pull right out. We try to help and accommodate them as much as we can.
I think ours has to be at least
Ours is
60 or
ginormous.
70
Yeah,
feet.
you're inside that newest phase. Those are the longest sites that we have, and they're good and roomy and they're wide.
They're so,
Yeah.
and which is wonderful. And I love that because, you know, being an RVer, there's nothing worse than, especially with the two dogs, stepping out the door into grass. And
Yeah.
then it all gets tracked back inside. And then I'm like, vacuuming again. So it's so great that we step out, plenty of concrete, like the grass is nowhere near the front door. So it's wonderful.
Yeah,
Very
we're the
nice.
definition of glamping, and it's
Oh, yes.
beautiful.
I
It's-
love it. I love it. This is the way I want to camp.
But
you know?
I want to talk a little bit. I talked earlier about the vibe, and I want to talk a little bit about the vibe. Some of the things that I like. Now, again, I don't want this to sound negative to the other Margaritaville resorts. I can't speak that we visit, because we certainly had fun. But this has got a little bit more of a fun party vibe, especially on the
does, yeah.
weekend. So this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but the weekends get super busy, and then they kind of slow down on Monday. Sunday, kind of people pull out. So you definitely get a lot of weekend traffic is what I'm getting at here. So,
Yes, sir, we do. We're located in a very good location between like Youngsville, Broussard. There's a lot of different ballparks and stuff like that. So we get a lot of that traffic that is coming in for that area. We also have a lot of festivals around us. So we're kind of like that central zone that somebody needs to come and stay and park, and then they can go ahead and leave out. So we definitely get a lot of traffic in from that Thursday, Friday timeframe, and then everybody kind of dwindles out on that Sunday. We get day passes in on that Sunday timeframe, so it's a lot of people that are just coming for the day. They just want to come and relax right before they go back to work on Monday morning,
Oh, I didn't
and
know
then
that.
so it's a little bit cleared out for that Monday. So that's our chill zone, our regrouping, and then we're ready to go for the weekend again.
But you know, honestly, from an RVer's perspective, I actually like that
Yeah.
because you could have the fun and all that over the weekend, and then come Monday, it's quiet.
It's
I'm
quiet.
walking the dog. Nobody else is out there. And, Tuesday, we sat at the pool by ourselves.
Yes.
The adult pool.
The adult pool.
There was kids
the
over
kids
here.
always are on that side. But yeah, there was literally Randy and I for a long time on Tuesday, and then two other people showed up. And actually, it was kind of nice because the weekend, has more of that woohoo
Jam-packed and-
atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah.
But and you have a lot of activities going on. You had a great band Saturday night.
Thank you.
a Cajun band. What is the word? It starts with a Z.
Zydeco.
Zydeco.
Yes.
Okay,
We enjoyed our
remember.
good Zydeco. So he's fantastic. He's local from the area. And then we also do a lot of swamp pop. So
Swamp pop.
yes.
Okay.
So that's a good like Cajun vibe, Cajun mix, with a little bit of an upbeat tone. So we have that often, and those are like something that's really popular. It gives our local crowd to pull in, and then it kind of gives everybody that's not from here a little bit of taste of our flavor. So it's really fun.
Now, is that
fun.
every weekend that you'll have a
Yeah,
band?
so we have one every Friday and Saturday night during the summertime, and then we kind of fluctuate time frames inside of our winter season, but on the summertime, every Friday and Saturday night, yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about winter season. So in the wintertime, it's still pretty mild here. We're not northern Michigan or anything like that.
Right.
I know we talked briefly yesterday when we were doing the tour of the property, but and you said kind of it starts getting, I don't want to say sketchy, but unpredictable. We'll call it that in February, March kind of time frame.
Yeah, you really don't know what the weather's going to be like January, February, kind of leading into the early month of March, but we still host our band. So that's our band season. So we have different local guys. Our pools are closed during that season. Our pools range from April 1 all the way to November 1. So our pools are kind of died down, so we get to really enjoy like a full-on band. So we have it packed in here. We have different headers that come in. And then we really like to promote those. And then sometimes we do like our gumbo cook-offs and our different cook-offs during that time. So it's really fun. So we can get because those we get to donate back to our community. And those are really great because we raise money for them.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
fun.
one thing that I felt, the rates drop nicely in the wintertime to attract the off-season guests, and I get that. But they were very reasonable. I mean, this is, for me, it's now on our radar, not that we wouldn't come back anyway, but now we're thinking about maybe we should come here and spend a month here, because all RVers chase the sunshine. We're all chasing the sunshine. People, Florida gets all the credit, and Florida rates go out of the
they're
just go crazy in the wintertime.
Ridiculous.
And so I know a lot of RVers are looking for alternate places outside of Florida, and this is certainly one of those in the wintertime. So, and you do offer monthly rates.
Yes, we do offer monthly rates, especially inside that wintertime, starting November 1st all the way until April 1. So that time frame, depending on where you want to be located inside our park during that time frame, it could start off about $550 to $600, and then adjust from there. Yes, sir. It's really fun.
Which is incredibly, that's a fabulous, wonderful, affordable price, especially for a lot of RVers that are chasing the sun. They don't want to be up in Michigan. But Florida has kind of outpriced itself and parts of Arizona as well. So this is a great option.
Well, and I think, and we got to be complete transparency. We worked out a barter deal for the magazine to be here. And so you comped our stay, and that's all part of the magazine, nothing to do with this podcast here. And that's going to be for an editorial feature in 2026. But the rates in general are pretty reasonable, even in the summertime. Even in the height of your season, I think they were very reasonable compared to some of the other places that we've stayed at. So we're real happy to see that. And I just learned last night that you're part of the Passport America
We
program.
are, yes. So we definitely offer our Passport America. We do have limited dates that are blacked out, but we're very grateful that we're able to be a part of that system. It's actually something we've never been a part of. Even when we were Cajun Palms, we were only a part of Good Sam's, which we are back now, a part of Good Sam's. So we have both of those on our belts. So we're always happy to assist them with different rates and different codings. All they have to do is call our office. When they check in, they provide us with their card number, and we can call just to confirm that it's good to go. And then there we go. They get a good discount.
There you go for
That's
$49 a year for your Passport America,
There you
$59,
go.
whatever it is.
Yeah,
It's somewhere
I
in that
remember.
range. But if you are a member there, you could take advantage of this resort, and that's very uncommon for this level of a resort
Right.
to honor Passport America. And again, I'm not trying to talk negative about Passport America, but most bigger resorts usually don't do any kind of discount programs like that. So that's a very, very special thing for RVers. So.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's really helped us inside this season too, because it's only a couple months that we've recently joined into Passport America, and I've noticed that our clientele that's actually come through them, all these guests are super nice. I'm very grateful that we're able to have them come into our property. So
That's
thank
awesome.
Well, that's awesome. Well, before we forget about it, I want to talk about, you got two special places that are right down the road that we haven't got to, full transparency. We haven't been there yet, but we hear a
We
lot
drive
of great
through the
things.
parking lot.
Yeah, we take our little golf carts that we've got, or golf cart that we have. We take it down there. But tell us about the prehistoric park and then the speedway back there.
Yeah, so prehistoric park. So that's an active dinosaur park that we have going on there. These are brand new dinosaurs that we just got in there in November.
Oh, wow.
Some of them move, some of them make noises. And we also have some miniature cars that we just put in. So that's going to be for people that are 3 years old to 14. So they get to drive it themselves on their own little track.
Oh, fun.
We also host different birthday parties and then field trips as well over there. And we have a different map so they can learn the dinosaurs and they could find their own little thing. It's so fun.
That is awesome. And it's easily accessible. So, one of the things that Randy mentioned is we have a golf cart. And I would say if you come here and stay, you offer golf cart rentals, definitely look into getting a golf cart because the property is huge. 400 plus RV sites.
Yeah, we're a total of 64 acres. We're big.
Yeah, so you probably need a golf cart. But what's great is you can access the dinosaur park and the racetrack just by going out of one of the back gates. And there's a nice little gravel road that'll take you behind everything very safely away from traffic, and you can get over there. And I mean, we use the dogs. We take them on little golf cart rides every night around the park. They love it. So it's been a wonderful thing to have. So whether you're bringing your own or you don't have one, you are able to rent one here.
So I'm watching. I'm facing towards the entrance of the resort here, and I'm watching these new motorhomes coming in. And I was thinking back, 2 weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago, and when you get one of those places, whether it be an RV resort, whether it be you're on vacation, you're down in Turks and Caicos or wherever, and you get to the resort and you're just like so excited.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I felt when I pulled in. Now, it was busy as heck. It was a Friday.
Yeah.
It was Friday.
Father's Day
weekend, and it was jam-packed, and I was all excited. There was people in bathing suits, no shirts everywhere, going into the get nice and this and that and run to the pool, and I was just like, we have arrived. This is awesome.
Yes.
I'm so excited about spending 2 weeks here. It really does. It has that vibe.
It does. And I really think, you hit the nail on the head, babe. With your front store, the front office up there, you have this massive canopy so people can drive in. If it is raining or even if it's not, you're in the shade. And it just has this vibe to it. You're really like, oh my gosh, I'm here. Like it's official now. It's not like this small little shack that you're pulling up to and looking at the security guard going, I'm here.
Are you going to let me in?
Right.
We'll definitely let you in. Let's open that gate. Come on through that porte-cochere.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a very cool, very different kind of feeling pulling in here than from other RV parks. It's like Randy said, it's like, oh, we're here. Vacation has started. Let's do this.
So no matter what type of vacation you're looking for, whether it be spending time with the kids or even like we've thought, my son lives in Fort Worth. We're full-timers, as most of the listeners know, but we thought about coming here and having my son and his fiance and our 2 grandbabies to come here. We'll rent them a cabin, and then we can just spend a week here or a weekend or whatever it be. And so whether you're traveling with kids or no kids, or this is really a cool resort, and I love that you tailor that to each. Whatever your family looks like, you're tailoring Margaritaville towards that.
Yeah, if you want to be a beach bum and come all the time at the pool area, absolutely. But if you're a person that likes to hang back in the back and you just want to go and play a game of cornhole in the corner, absolutely. Please do it, whatever you want. If you want to hang out on the hammocks in phase 3 away from everybody, absolutely. Please join in. Go take a nap for me.
Oh, seriously. And, it was so funny that you said that because I saw some kids hanging out in a hammock and I'm like, I don't know if I should check on him because you could tell this kid was out cold and he was just like, laying there in this hammock. And
the margaritas were strong.
Right.
There you
drove
go.
by again and he's still there. I'm like, all right, bud, I guess you're doing good.
It was the best nap of his life, and that's okay.
It was.
Well, let's talk about and we've never had to talk about this on the show, but let's talk about the margaritas.
Oh, the margaritas.
There we go.
So Caly's had her share of the perfect margaritas, and you've had skinny margaritas.
Yeah, I've had perfect margaritas,
and you
skinny
had one of the
margaritas.
fruity margaritas.
A fruity margarita.
Which one did you get?
I don't know. You got that for me. Which flavor was it?
I think it was strawberry, I think.
Okay.
Strawberry. Our most popular one is the mango. I'm allergic, but if I could have it, I would because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.
Oh, I'll have to try that because I've had like the regular margaritas, the perfect margaritas, and then one of the bartenders over at 5 o'clock somewhere made a skinny margarita for me 2 days ago that was so good. So good. She did such a great job.
Just cut down the shirt.
Oh,
what
and
was
the
I drinking?
food.
Well, before we get the food, what was I drinking? It was the banana, Havana.
Havana banana.
Yeah.
Did you get it with the coconut shavings on top?
No, but he did get it with a floater.
There we go. That's the only way to have it.
Well, I'm not supposed to be drinking, but there was like a 1 day period. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to drink. And so I had like 6 of them or something.
Oh, you did?
I mean, I was feeling it, but yeah. And then we have ordered the food. You said the wings were amazing.
Oh, the wings are so good. Yes, you've got a lot of different food options here. So whether you're ordering it from one of the bars or you're walking up to the counter, I just want to let people know that there's multiple food options. So you don't even have to leave here if you don't want to. Or if you want to experience local food, you literally just right out the gate.
Actually,
you could actually hop on the golf cart and you can go visit our local area right there.
Crawfish Town,
Yes.
which we ate there too, and that was really good.
Yeah, they're very good friends with us, and they have amazing food and have great customer service as well. Yes,
they do.
Actually, I was surprised at how good that was, and it's very, very affordable. Because some of these places, like Prejean's, we love it. It's amazing. Can't take anything away, but it's a little pricey. By the time you're done, you're at $100 for 2 people, and we didn't even have any drinks or anything like that. But we went over there, had an amazing meal, and it was like $42.
Yeah.
So, and you could take your golf cart there. We took our golf cart there.
Yep, we did, and then the little donut place right next to it as well.
Yes,
that's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Well, I can't confirm or deny that we had a few drinks before we drove the golf cart over to.
I cannot confirm or deny. Well, I know I had, but you were driving, so I don't know what you were doing.
She was passenger supervising on that point.
I was.
Yeah. Well, and we got one other thing I want to talk about before we go.
Talk about
and
these.
so you've got you have different events through the year. I'm holding. You brought this to me, a flyer on the Bash at the Bridge. So maybe tell us a little bit about this event. This is happening Halloween time, right?
Yes. So October 31st and November 1st is going to be our very last weekend in Halloween time. And we're going to be hosting a concert series. So our 2 headliners, I want to say it's a Prince dedication, and the other one, I want to say they dedicate for the Eagles, but I would have to confirm the second one. I do know the first one a little bit more than the other, but I'm really excited about that. Yeah. All of our local, so this is for campers only. You have to be staying with us to be able to experience this concert. And we just announced it like a few days ago. So I'm really excited for our management staff to be able to dig in deep and see what we're going to have on that day.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so fun. And you were telling us that the plan right now is to have it out back behind where we are, which is a large parking lot area. But, if it gets big enough, you guys are going to expand someplace else, somewhere in the park.
Exactly. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So that's great. And then what was the other flyer?
So the other flyer is for our Jimmy Buffett Day, our day of service. Yes. So in honor of him, we actually have a different promotional code. So that's going to be during our Labor Day weekend. It actually starts up July 1. And that's going to be going towards as a donation that we're going to do towards St. Jude for our contribute for it. And then you get a day of service cup that is honoring Jimmy Buffett. So it's going to be a really great experience that we're going to get to do. They started it last year, and then they did a little bit of adjustment. We didn't get to do the Keep the Party Going package, but now we get to do it this year. And I'm very excited to see how that turns out.
That's fabulous.
There's one thing I got to go back. I got to rewind back to the campsites. There's something I want to talk about because I've been camping pretty much my entire life. Caly and I have been RV camping for 13 years.
Yep.
But I go back to Scouts camping in tents.
And hey, I just want to point out that your hand is going in front of my camera too, sir.
Oh, okay. Well,
right.
Hey, I'm not perfect. But anyway, I want to talk about these Tri-Buddy sites.
Oh, yes.
I've never seen this, and it is the coolest idea. So think of a triangle, everybody, and I'm going to let you explain kind of what that is.
Yeah, so these are our triple sites. So that means you and 2 of your buddies get to go in and share one central area. So y'all pull in each, and all the center of your campers face the middle, and there's actually different awnings for them, so they could actually have one big old hangout area. Just for that time frame.
That is just great. The coolest thing. And you've got 4 or 5 of them around, don't you?
Yes, we do. We have 5 of them located around here. We also have buddy sites as well. So throughout our whole park in every single phase. So actually I got the number because you had inquired about the number of those. So I got it. So for our triple site, we have 5. And then for our buddy sites, we have 17. And then we actually have 2 of our larger buddy covered sites. So those are where it's like an executive site where you would pull in. Just like those other big awnings. So we have 2 of those as well.
That triple site. I've never seen anything like that again.
It is. So it's like
think of a triangle. If you're listening to this in your car, think of a triangle. I don't know if we got any images. In fact, I don't think we did. But think of a triangle. So one is one leg. One RV is going to be one leg. The other leg's going to be another RV, and then at the bottom is going to be another RV. But you all face inward to a central area, like you said. And it's covered. So you've got 2 or 3 picnic tables in the middle. So what a brilliant layout.
And every time we go by one of them, they're packed with families that you can tell that are just having an amazing time. And I looked at Randy, I was like, okay, we need more friends at RV so we can rent one of these because this looks
They
fun.
have the best parties.
Yes.
Look, I know that we're a family destination, but that's where you go. They make the best crawfish boils.
Oh, yes.
They have the best barbecues because you know why? It's 3 good minds together making that meal.
Absolutely. Yeah, there was an RV group that was over under the covered awnings back here. And they had all their flags in their windows for what RV group they were with. And then one had a full-on bar set up with a sign outside at all times that said bar is open.
I love it.
And I was like, yes, these people know how to have a great time. I love it.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I warned you yesterday I was going to do this to you live on the show. And we're recording, so we're not technically live. But in closing here, give us your elevator speech. Why you got the attention of thousands and thousands of RVers on YouTube and then on our audio podcast. Why should they bring their families here to Margaritaville Breaux Bridge?
Well, for one, we're located in the middle of the most beautiful place. We're in South Louisiana. We have the vibe like you would be in Florida, as y'all said beforehand. We have all the experiences that you need. You don't really need to leave, but if you did want to leave, there's so many outside sources and opportunities that you can go. You can go and visit the swamps, get the history of who we are, visit the plantations, get to know our local and individual community. But inside here as well, we have great staff that just want to cater to you. If you want to go and have service directly to you at your cabana, we could help you there. If you don't want to be bothered and you just want to hang out by the pool and lounge all day, absolutely, we'll nudge you, make sure you rotate. And then, or if you want to, bring the kids and let them get their energy out at our play structure, our Jolly Mon play structure, please do. We have areas for all your pets, whether it's a parakeet flying around or if you, let your dog run. And then we have our Cajun Fast Track that's located right next to us, and Prehistoric Park that you can go and experience all of those things. So you have, like a little bitty, go-kart, educational system right next to you. So if that's one of the things that you need to contribute to your family for a vacation, absolutely, you have all those points to come and hit and enjoy with us.
Which is great because, like, if somebody's homeschooling, I never even thought of that. You have the whole Prehistoric Park, which is a great educational portion.
We're very blessed that in the wintertime, if people are travel RVers and they have kids, they come and they stay with us and they get to go experience all of those things. And it's basically a little lesson for their kids, and it's so fun to experience that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, well, this has been awesome. We truly have enjoyed ourselves. We would say that, if we weren't here for the magazine and all that, because we just really have enjoyed it. And we've met, Caly and I, sometimes when we come to these resorts, we get really quiet. We don't talk to many people because we're so, what's the word?
We're gregarious introverts.
Gregarious introverts. Yes. And it's a true thing. Like, we can be on when we need to be on, but then when we're off, we want to shut down, don't want to talk. Right. So a lot of times we'll come to these resorts and just not talk to anybody and just enjoy and relax, spend time together.
You're rebuilding your social battery,
right,
and that's okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, here we've been a social butterfly. We've met people, we've friend requested people, and we met a gal and her daughter from Texas. We met a guy from Baton Rouge. We met another couple from somewhere else. I can't remember. So, and they all just talk about how they keep coming back, and so that seems to be a common theme that the people love the place and they keep coming back time and time again. So that just, kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
You can't get a loyal client base like that unless you're doing something right. So
thank you. Yes, we're very blessed for all the people that continue to visit with us and spread the word that we're a great place to spend time and enjoy your family here, because that's what we're here for. So for you to relax and changes in latitude, changes in attitude. Do it, sister.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Is there anything that we missed before we get off here? Is there anything that we missed that we probably should let them know?
So we have a lot of upcoming bands for the rest of this season. Okay. We're going to be having our Halloween weekends in October. Please come and visit us for Labor Day. That's always a good time, especially to close out the year before you start your school again. Yeah. You might need a little bit more relaxation before you start getting them kids packed up and ready to go. And then we're going to be having some really big changes inside of our pool area, and we're ready for that to happen. But I really appreciate y'all stopping and spending some time with us. It's been such a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having us. This has been great.
Yeah, no, this has been awesome. Thank you so much. You want to take us out, babe?
Yeah. So thank you, Ashtin. Thank you so much for having us. And we want to thank all of you out there for joining us in here today. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the RV Destinations podcast wherever you find your podcast. And we're out on YouTube. So anytime you want to see our happy, shiny faces, just get out there to YouTube, find us on the RV Destinations podcast, hit that subscribe button so you are always up to date on our latest content. And don't forget our website. We give you guys so much free FREE stuff out there. on where to go, what to see, what to do. So check out rvdestinationsmagazine.com. And if you use the code podcast20, that's podcast20, when you subscribe to our magazine, you're going to save 20% off any of our subscriptions. So thank you all for joining us. We hope you had a lot of fun because we sure did.
Be safe.
Safe travels, y'all.